Hello, everyone. We'll be starting the stream in a minute. This is Nate. Thanks for coming along and helping me battle OBS a little bit today. Anyway, we'll be starting in about 10 minutes. Enjoy King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Hello, everybody, every nobody. My name is Nate. This is my YouTube channel and Discord stream, or Twitch stream, Nate Flies. And here's where I practice flight simulator and improving so that I can fly on VATSIM without ruining anybody else's virtual flying experience. And yeah, thanks for coming along. And I use these flights to watch back and try and improve, but for the most part, I'll just keep on winging it. Enjoy a little more GIZZ. Alright, we will get started. Our topics for the day are Nate battles OBS settings, because I watched the stream back the other day because I wanted to see how I did with my go-around, which, hey, you know what? That was not too bad. I mean, a lot was not too bad on that flight, except for the very ending of that landing. Except, of course, the landing. Fly, yes. Land, no. But when I was watching it back, I realized that the audio is just so scuffed, and so were my cameras. And yeah, so today is today is also going to be my last VATSIM Accountability stream. I figure I get 2 night flights in, and then I'll be ready to rock for that. But then it'll just be normal streams, and when I actually stream on VATSIM, those will just be indicated in the title from now on, because I am going to start flying more consistently on VATSIM when I do these flights, as long as I'm kind of on live weather and prepared enough. But yeah, so today, welcome again. This is I'm in XP12. I am flying the Zibo mod. This is a beautiful Boeing 737-800, and like I said, XP12 Zibo. We are in San Francisco, and we'll be flying to a short flight to LA so that we can go protest the Dodgers. Fuck the Dodgers. I was gonna say, you know, whether or not fuck Tucker, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But you know, with 24 days to pitchers and catchers, and then this kind of news and the lockout, it's just on a Friday. Come on, you know, they announce it on a Friday, of course. News dump, make us forget over the weekend. But baseball fans, long memories. Baseball fans. So yeah, fuck you, Dodgers. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll explain why in a little bit. But the main reason for this stream is, like I said, if you've never watched this before, which you haven't, I am a hobbyist flight simmer. I really enjoy flight sim, and I got into it during the pandemic because I missed traveling. And then I found some, you know, in trying to learn how to fly a actual, you know, look, this is complicated stuff. I'm in a Boeing 737. I have no idea how to fly this thing, and I wanted to know how, so I learned and found some good people online. And so 2 things inspired this stream. The first was, well, the biggest shout out has to go to Blackbox 711, who is a now retired real world 787 and Airbus A320 and Boeing 747, what do you fly? The 400 and Boeing 737 200, 300. I don't want to, say too old a plane for the guy, but no. Anyway, I started watching his stream and his YouTube channel because it was really helpful and learning some of the real world procedures of the aircraft. And yeah, and so that kind of started the journey. And then lately, so about a year or two ago, I was just trying to get better somehow in this thing, and I was working my way up to fly on VATSIM, which is a big global ATC network, where a bunch of other flight sim enthusiasts also fly, and there's real air traffic control, real, people following real world procedures with air traffic control, and yeah, it's great. It's a lot of fun. There are events, and it's something that is really attractive to me in terms of flight sim and just simulation itself. Actually, I think it's kind of a neat community project, as it were, in simulation generally. And also, these aircraft are very well simulated as well. So yeah, so that was the first shout out. And then I realized that it was kind of like if anyone plays sports or practices something like golf or whatever, you can be making the same mistakes over and over, and if no one is there to tell you, you don't know. So my other inspiration was one of my favorite streams is has nothing to do with flight simulation, but it is Marshall Sutcliffe's wristwatch revival on YouTube, and he does watch repair videos, but also as kind of hobbyist. And he gave the good advice of saying, hey, when you're doing a hobby like that's complicated and all this, he started recording his streams because he had good camera. He does gaming stuff. I've followed Marshall for a long time in other areas, but he was talking about recording his streams, and not his streams, but just recording himself doing his watchmaking, because he has really nice cameras and whatnot. And he eventually use that to kind of help himself figure out what was going on. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to actually record some of my flights with OBS and just sort of see how it goes. And it's been super helpful. I mean, if you go back and watch, this is going to be my last quote unquote VATSIM accountability flight, but starting with the first one, pretty bad stuff. And I mean, I'm doing better. So we've got that, but I noticed, I kind of track my mistakes and just trying to make sure I don't repeat the same mistakes when I can. I still do, but it's a learning experience. So anyway, and kind of like Marshall, I was like, you know what? Well, part of it was when I watched back the streams, it was just boring, just to watch myself in silence fly again. And I'm, I'm home and bored, and I do like streaming in general, and it would be cool to chat with folks while I'm playing video games. So yeah, so that was the other thing, to just, who knows, maybe if someone pops over, we can chat. But also the other key thing is I used to teach at a university, and the best way to learn something is to have to explain something. And when I do these streams, there's two things. One, of course, the massive amount of pressure put on me by being live and embarrassing the hell out of myself when my friends and colleagues find this, and watch it back and hear me talk about how much I hate work, which has nothing to do with my colleagues. I actually love the colleagues. I love the people. It's just, being a slave to alienated labor is something I'll never get over. So that's another topic of this theme: flight simulation, baseball or football, and alienated labor and how much I hate it. So yeah, and flight sim relaxes me from that. So So I think I'm ready to start getting the aircraft set up. But yeah, so this is just kind of my fun little thing that I do. And again, this forces me, like I said, one, to not make a total fool of myself, even though no one watches these, but also to learn, but mainly to, with the microphone in front of my face, which is what I'm trying to actually test today, which might be why I'm talking a little bit more. I'm trying to get these audio levels sorted out. Something happened on the computer and I messed up the audio, so I hope my levels are better. I'm erring on the side of me being loud and the stream being quiet, and I'm going to try not to mumble as much. So, but yeah, I mean, explaining things out loud is really helpful for when you realize you have no fucking idea what you're doing. And as a professor for many years, let me tell you what, you know, I think I know my topic, and then I have to do the lecture on it, and it's like, oh shit, I really have no idea how to talk about this for an hour and a half in front of a bunch of slack-jawed students and to make it interesting. So that's kind of the idea here, just because, again, it helps reinforce stuff in my head. And yeah, and so now I'm stalling. So let's just get into it. Like I said, I try and fly this thing according to mostly real world procedures. And that's what we'll do today for this flight. And so yeah, I'm going to go through and set up the aircraft. It's basically in a kind of a turnaround state right now, which is just it's powered up to some extent. I did a few of the little overhead things, but nothing major yet. And I'm doing a night flight today, as you see. And part of that is because I haven't been doing night flights lately, so I wanted to see how my cameras did on when it's darker, and also I just need to get used to night flying and make sure I kind of get a better sense for where the touchdown zones are and how to understand some of the airport night lighting. So we won't have the cool views. I usually like flying over places so I can see everything. But the last stream, for instance, flying around downtown San Francisco is really pretty. So maybe once we get to LA, I'll do a little loop around LA, even though LA is a fucking dump. No, I'm a Northern California guy and very Southern California guy. I'm dying to go to San Diego in real life. LA, lesser interest, but in any case. But last preamble is you see on the stream I have my little FMC here from Win Control, Win Wing. They changed their name to avoid litigation from American companies, according to their Chinese website. And anyway, they make really affordable peripherals. So I've got the flight computer for the Boeing, and also up here is the PAP3 or something they call it. Anyway, it's the MCP panel, maybe like master control panel in Boeing speak. And so that is in the sim here, as you can see. I just pointed up to the stream. That was interesting. Like my hand was going to be there. But yeah, so this is kind of a big draw of the hobby for me. I've got also my honeycomb Bravo thrust with some really cool 3D printed life-size Boeing 737 throttles, which I'll have to show at some point. Boeing TCA yoke, and yeah, it's super fun. I've got a cool little flight sim setup here that I can, with a very comfortable chair, so I can sit back and relax and enjoy flying the friendly skies. And these I do a little more seriously, quote unquote, because I'm trying to follow real world stuff. So yeah, so you can follow along with me kind of on these computers or up on the panel up here. I'll try not to hit that camera gets hit lots. That'll be, you know, that's the meme for this channel. So, but yeah, so otherwise, let's get going. And we'll look at, I'm doing the whole deal. I got an operational flight plan. We'll be looking at charts. I can show you just sort of quickly what we're up to. So here we are in San Francisco, beautiful, beautiful San Francisco. And once this loads, we will be taking off, I believe, runway 1 left, so to the north, and then we'll have to look at the departure. But yeah, then we'll just be flying kind of over Santa Cruz, and I think this one takes us out over the kind of more inland, so we'll be flying over the fertile valley here. And then, man, what I watched a Modern Marvels episode recently. What was it on? Oh, nut production. Yeah, this is where they grow all the nuts and have no water. So yeah, but yeah, so then we'll be flying over I guess it takes us over just Santa Maria, Santa Barbara. This is where Donnie, rest in peace, surfed from La Jolla to Obispo Beach. And we'll be flying into LA, and I think the route takes us up above. Where is LAX? Somewhere around here. But yeah, I might do a little. I'll have to watch out for my altitude, but maybe we'll do a little loop around LA. But that's the idea for the flight today. And otherwise, I'm going to start setting stuff up. I'm going to look at my overhead panel here. I already did some things up here. I don't think I care about doing anything else. We are on ground power. Excuse me. And everything else up here is okay. One thing I will do is just set, I think so I can check. So our flight today will be going up to, let's check our operational flight plan. So we'll be going up to level 350. I'm setting the pressurization panel here. And LA is probably close to ground level. Let's see, airports, LAX, and airport elevation is, well, we're landing 24 right. All right, 120. So we will set our landing to, let's call it 100. And okay, that's all I care about up here for right now. And we'll go back to our flight plan and start punching in some info down in the computer here. So yeah, so the computer here is in the sim. And since you can kind of see it, I'll just show us on the map here. I'll zoom in on the map so you can see kind of how that stuff comes together. And okay, let's set up a flight. So down on my computer here, I'm going to tell it where we are. So we're in Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar. That is San Francisco. I have to set the IRS, so I'm going to take, which is an inertial reference system, tells the aircraft where it is. So now it knows where it is. Go to my route page. We are starting in San Francisco. We are ending in Kilo Lima Alpha X-ray, so LAX. And we are in a Southwest livery today. So we will be Southwest Sierra Whiskey Alpha. I use my generic number, 462 November, which I really shouldn't do because it makes me too used to it. All right, so now we're going to plan our departures and arrivals. So today here's our routing here. We're taking off runway. So from San Francisco, it says 01, but which is 1 left in the United States. And then we will be taking the Stick 5 departure and the Sussy transition. And I'll explain what some of that stuff is in a moment. So I'll go route, activate, execute. All the computer pulls from a database that gets updated periodically, so that's how it knows all the stuff I'm doing. And then the departures and arrivals, we are planning to land 24 right, which I don't think anything will change there. I'll do the ILS 25 right, or excuse me, 20. See, I already screwed up. Erase. Okay, ILS. Oh, it's hiding up there. So the ILS 24, right? I'm not going to put transition, and we've got the Iron Man. Oh, that's all superheroes and stuff. One thing neat about flying into LA is it's got good, funny waypoint names. So we'll take the Iron Man. Our transition is Burgle. Execute. And that looks good to me. We'll have a discontinuity here, but I'm pretty sure it has vectors there, so it shouldn't be too big a deal. But anything else, we go to eBay first from Susie. So I'm going to finish out the flight plan. eBay, Echo, Bravo, Alpha, Yankee, Echo, and then direct to Burgle. So I'm going to slide Burgle up there, execute, and now I can, we'll look back down here on the map, and we will see some stuff is there now that I can cross-check against our actual charts. So go to the charts, and I'll also be setting up some stuff on the MCP panel here. So if I go to our legs page and I set my EFIS to plan mode, that'll kind of show us our routing, and I'll check it against the charts that we have. So we are sitting here at, where are we? Oh, that's LAX. Okay, first thing, be at the right airport. Okay, here we are. We are at San Francisco, and we're over here at Terminal 3, and we will be taking runway 1 left, and the heading is 014. So on my panel here, I set the course 014. Do it on both sides. And runway heading, I'm almost positive is 014. We'll check that out. And then we'll have to set the altitude and our speeds in a second. But for now, what I want to do is look at our departure here. And we will be doing this stick 5 RNAV departure. So a couple things we want to do is, this tells you just some of the rules and restrictions. So we will be taking off. It gives a little read. So climb on heading 014 once we hit 520 feet. Climb left, direct to stick, then climb left, direct cross, port at or below 10,000. So actually, if we want to be below 10,000, and we'll get some better views, I'm just going to keep us here at 10,000, and then we'll go up to, we'll continue our climb after that. But otherwise, we don't really have any other restrictions. And then we're taking off to this Susie. So it looks like here on our flight computer, we only have the single 10,000 below there. So if I go ahead now, if you look at the map, I can kind of step through, and I'll change the view. We can kind of step through our routing, make sure it looks complete. Susie, eBay, Burgle, do it. And when we get closer, I can check on our actual, here's our Ironman arrival. It has a number of restrictions that we'll kind of look at closer once we get there. But I can kind of step through just to make sure we have a complete looking flight plan. Biking, running, Ironman, Simon, based, Goose, Flippy. Can't see what that one is. And then Gadoo. And then we'll be on vectors, and I'll just turn us around. We'll do a little loop over LA, and then we'll come in, just join the ILS at the first of the main, I guess, final approach fix. So, okay, flight plan looks good. Happy there. Go back to my map mode here and zoom in a bit. And now I'll do some performance stuff for the computer. So down here, actually we should fuel. I don't think I fueled up the aircraft. All right, go to my charts, and I need block fuel 13236. Weight, fuel, and balance. Payload. Yep, not enough fuel. So we need 13, 1, 3, 2, 3, 6 for fuel. Okay, just quickly, I'm going to go ahead and get the fuel truck coming. Excuse me. And our payload today is 28,500 pounds. We can just do it like this. 28.4. Enter. Let's split up this cargo. 13. So let's go 600.
Ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
700. All right. Thank you, gas man. The gas man. How do they know I have gas? Dumb and Dumber. Slept on movie. All right. So payload. The fuel truck is coming. You can see we are refueling. There it is there. I have it set to just the passengers are already back there. You can go give them a look. There they are in my very empty plane. Rob Lowe, huge Dodger fan. We're going to have to come sit here during flight and have a little chat with our buddy here, Rob Lowe. Bastard. Yeah, I'm upset with the Dodgers, as everybody. So we are refueling. Takeoff. Wait, is that our planned, or is it actually? All right, good. That's our actual takeoff rate. So I can go to the init ref. I'm planning on. Let's see, what's our plan? 135. Or 135. One 35.9, even though it's gonna be bigger. Oops. All right, so that's our plan. Zero fuel weight is a little off. We'll see what happens when it goes. We'll update that once the plane is fueled up. And our reserves today are 5,700. Cost index is 38, which has to do with kind of how aggressively you're using fuel. We're only going up to 350 today. The cruise winds are not bad. It's not windy out this part of the world. The only thing here, I have night mode on. It's obviously, not obviously, but it's daytime. In real life, I just wanted to set it to evening. So some weird things will happen, like it might get hotter as we go instead of colder through the night. So so be it. And our top of climb temperature is top of descent, top of climb minus 51. But I have to do this. So what is it? 70. Yeah. Like 7. What did I say? 50? 51? 51. Alright, that's good enough for me. Execute. Go to our, well, let's wait till it, can I forget if it's going to delete all of my stuff if I start fueling. Anyway, we only have like a little bit left fuel, so that's okay. We can wait for a sec. I'll do some other stuff. Let me turn the flight directors on. This will be a LNAV, VNAV
Ground flight deck
takeoff.
fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
All right, cool. So I'll take the zero fuel weight, 136.5. Okay, so there's our actual ground weight plugged in. Everything else good. And we will use the performance calculations provided to us in SimBrief because Zebo does not quite have it yet. So outside air temperature is 9. It says 8 here, but that's okay. Like I said, it's going to get warmer as the evening. There's a front coming through, let's say. All right, so the selected temperature today is 58. That's essentially a way of kind of running the engines more efficiently. And it wants us to do a just straight up derated takeoff with the select temp. And climb 2, that sounds fine with me. Flaps 5. And get our center of gravity from the Zebo. And oh, interesting. We actually, SimBrief is usually a lot higher V speeds than the Zebo says here with its own reference. But in any case, so V1 is 137, and V1 speed is the speed at which you have to decide to hit the brakes or take off, because otherwise you'll run out of runway. 137 is our VR speed, so we'll be taking, that's when we pull back on the yoke. And V2 is 144. That's the speed at which the plane will still climb with one engine out, which we shouldn't have to worry about for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the set that V2 speed. That's our basically our safe speed there. All right, 144. All right, awesome. That's that. I think we're ready for some checklists. I like using I love this audio checklist. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't know who the Lars guy actually is. Oh no, I don't want Andy. I want Lars. Me. Can I record stuff? I'll have to check. But I like that my co-pilot is the flight deck sim guy. I actually don't know his real name. Anyway, that's another cool stream, Flight Deck to Sim, if you want. A good British lad who's I think he's an instructor now. But yeah, cool guy, good high energy
Safety
stream.
inspection checklist. Surfaces and shocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
Wrong voice.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
Are you a real pilot?
Hold on a second. All right, well.
Safety inspection check.
Hold on a sec. All right, I gotta do some other stuff. I forgot I'm on these, I think this is the Ryanair checklist, and so they're a little different than the Southwests that I'm slightly used to. So I'm gonna go up on this overhead panel here. We can get the window heats come in, leave the probes off for now, but they want the electric hydraulic pumps on already. This is all set. Since I'm going to be firing up the APU in a sec, I will warn everybody, turn the anti-collision light on. Now we will do a fire test, so cover your ears. So there's this. That's what, if you hear that, that's bad. And do APU test. And a light test. And I think that way. Alright, recall. We shouldn't get yelled at now. So let's resume.
Surfaces and shocks.
Checked.
Maintenance status.
Checked.
Battery.
On.
Electric hydraulic pumps.
On.
Landing gear lever.
Down.
Ship's library.
Checked.
Safety inspection checklist complete.
Alright, cool. So let's do our before start to the line.
Before start checklist to the line. IRS mode selectors.
Nav.
Gear pins.
Removed.
Light test.
Checked.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Yaw damper.
On.
Nav transfer and display switches.
Normal and auto.
Fuel.
Fuel, yeah, we need about, yeah, we did it.
Checked.
Checked.
Fuel pumps.
Really?
Fuel pumps on already? I
4
don't know.
pumps on.
Cabin
Again,
utility,
another thing. I would
IV,
usually do
galley
the
power.
fuel
On.
pumps right before
Emergency
pushback,
exit lights.
but so be it.
Armed.
Fasten belts.
On.
Window heat.
On.
Air conditioning.
Pax auto bleeds on.
Pressurization.
Is set.
Set.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Instruments.
Cross-checked.
Auto brake.
Not again.
Oop, RTO.
RTO.
Hydraulics.
Normal.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Parking brake.
Set.
Stab trim cutout switches.
Normal.
Wheel well fire warning.
Checked.
Radios, radar and transponder.
Is set and standby.
Set and standby.
Rudder and aileron trims.
3 and 0.
Takeoff briefing.
Oh yeah, we did a kind of a reasonable enough takeoff briefing, but just to remember what we're up to. Should do kind of a quick taxi briefing too. So we're parked about Yar. We're gonna push back onto Alpha. Oh, we're on the other side of F. So we will just kind of, I think we'll still, I'll just let them push us back, and then we will take Alpha and then I'll cut over onto Bravo here. That should do the trick. And then Bravo all the way to Mike, what is it, Mike 1 over here? Yeah. And we will take off full length. And then this is a pretty straightforward one. We're just going to be taking off, bearing left, and yeah. Okay, discuss.
Discussed.
PA.
Sure.
Complete.
FMC CDU.
Let's check it real quick. We got our heading, we got our altitude, we got our V speeds. Okay. Everything's looking good.
Set.
N1 and IAS bugs.
N1 and IAS auto. V-speed set.
Stab trim.
Set.
Performance, weight and balance.
Is checked.
Checked.
EFB.
Airplane mode and stowed.
Phones.
Off.
Flight deck window and cockpit door.
Are you a real pilot?
No, I'm not. That's the whole point. Are you a real pilot? I'm old school.
Closed.
Doors.
Closed.
Passages.
Seated.
4-star checklist completed to the line.
All right, cool. All right, let's get our ground services. Let's oh, I supposed to fire up the APU that whole time. All right, anyway, let's fire up the APU. And the APU is the auxiliary power unit. It's on the back of the aircraft here. Here, I can give us some cool review. Night vision goggles. Yeah. So yeah, here's the APU is a kind of engine in the back. Hear it firing up. And so we're on ground power right now, but then this will power up so we can power up the rest of the systems for so we can get off the ground power. All right. No more night vision. All right, so the APU is available. Switch over. I already did the fuel pumps. And let's go APU bleed on. I'm going to turn our position light on. And everything else looks solid. Let's get rid of ground power. And shock. Speed brake. Parking brake is set. Remove chocks. Let's pre-plan our pushback, which I zoom out a little. Where were we again? So let's just push back. I don't think this is alpha, but let's just put ourselves back here. And then we'll figure it out. I can't tell what's there. Let's just push ourselves back to whatever this is. which is not the correct.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Okay.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
We are requesting pushback. So we will see a pushback truck come out of the terminal because flight simulators are janky. Here it comes. Yeah, so I'm an X-Plane. Microsoft kind of has the better little things, graphic kind of stuff. But I really, X-Plane, I like the aerodynamic, the feel of it. It's a good sim. I'm a fan. And but it's a little janky. But you know, it's,
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready
nice.
to connect.
The textures aren't, you know, awful or anything. Oh, let me get Legs page over here. Did he say? I missed what he said. Hopefully, just all right. Let me turn the packs. Oops, packs off. Lead air is on. I think he said the hooking up. Where are we at here? Oh no, he hadn't lifted us yet. I always get stuck in what.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, I gotta wait for that call out. Alright, so we're gonna start our pushback here. Release parking brakes.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Alright, let's do before start below the
Before
line.
start checklist below the line. Air conditioning packs.
Off.
Anti-collision
Should have done
lights.
this before I push
On.
back.
Parking brake.
Ah, this. Set.
Transponder.
Not again. Alt off.
Before start checklist completed.
Alright, cool. So, we will fire up the engines. So, we'll start with engine 2, set it to ground. And how a turbine engine works, there are some fans that will compress air, and the first one starts spooling up. So you're watching the N2, and when it gets to about 23%, you add some fuel. There it is. And then once you add fuel, all kinds of science happens. Oxygen, fire, gasoline, jet fuel, makes engine spin. Yeah, turbine engine sucks in air, compresses air, shoots out hot stuff. Actually considered one of, like, you know, aircraft, they're so, you know, quotidian really, but there are some of the most advanced machines that we make. Okay, so engine 2 looks good, stable. Let's turn on engine 1. So, same deal. Okay, 23% N2. Here comes fuel. We can see just kind of what happens. That's the result of the fire and the oxygen and such, and the gas. Exhaust gas temperatures are rising. That causes the other fan blade to spin. The click sounds were good, so the EGT is going to sort of kick up and then come back down. All right, engines are looking
Operation
good.
complete. Set parking brake.
Okay, setting parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Cancel that master caution. We go to the system page because we'll be checking our flight controls in a moment. Let this guy put us down. Alright, we'll do some after or before taxi stuff. Right, disconnect. Good. Alright, switch over to our generators. Let's get our probes on. No anti-ice today will be needed. Pack auto, isolation valve auto, APU bleed can come off. Engine start switches continuous.
Hose disconnected and bypass pin has been removed.
APU
Hand
off.
signal on the right.
Get
I'll
us
see you
some
next
lights.
time and have a safe flight.
Alright, thank you, dude. Come back down here. Parking brake was already set. Parking brake. Brakes. Trim was 5.5, I think. So let's set the stab trim. About 5.5, and this is a flaps 5 takeoff. So do a control check. Show you the thingy. All right, so full up, full down, full left, full right. Gonna check the rudders. Full left, full right, neutral. All right. Rolls feel good. So now, I'll check the QNH one more time. I don't think it really cares about this yet. Let's see. All right, let's do a before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators.
On,
APU.
off,
Start switches.
That's what I was saying. You know,
continuous,
they
propane,
on,
crash into you.
Anti-ice.
Although they do that in
Off.
Microsoft too.
air conditioning.
PAX auto bleeds on,
Isolation valve.
auto,
Flaps.
flaps 5 required selected green light,
Stab trim.
set,
Start levers.
idle detent,
Flight control.
checked,
Recall.
checked.
Before taxi checklist completed.
All right, we did it. So let's. Where the hell are we? So this is why I'm kind of want to do some more night flying here. So this must be Alpha, right here. Are there any signage? But yeah, we'll take Alpha. All right, let's go. Brake off. Let's do a quick config test. All good. So I just pushed back. That's just like they probably push you straight out back. IRL. I should just go Bravo. What would they have us do in real life? All right, Alpha. Okay, we are going. Enjoy a nice gentle taxi. Okay, everything else looks set how I want it on the co-pilot side. Not sure how. I mean, it doesn't show up as nicely, but the sim does look good in the evening. The main knock on X-Plane is just that it has kind of ugly ground textures, which to some extent it does. But I'm more and more a fan these days. And I'm not really a big graphics person. You know, I can live without. Not live without, but it's just not the deal breaker for me. Alright, we will stay on Alpha here, so airports are confusing. Here says we're still on Alpha. I could probably kick us over. Not Juliet, I'll just wait. Let's see, is that Juliet? Okay, Alpha, and yeah, cool. There you can see San Fran. Well, not San Francisco. Part of, we're south of San Francisco. Slow down a little bit. I'm gonna jog us over on Golf here to Bravo because I think that would be where they'd stick us by now. So there is a sign, Alpha, Golf left. Quick. Don't go straight, that's the runway. Onto Bravo. And we'll take this all the way down to Mike 1, I believe it is. Yeah, Mike 1. Okay, while I am taxiing, I'm gonna turn my weather on. Actually, there's not much weather. I'm gonna go terrain on my side and weather over here. And I think we can do our before takeoff to the line.
Checklist to the line. Config.
Checked.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 set, green light.
Stab trim.
Set.
Takeoff briefing.
Yeah, we did that. This. What the hell? Possible scenery mismatch here. Alright, we did do our takeoff briefing.
Cabin.
Secured.
Before takeoff checklist completed to the line.
Okay. So, we will do the last checklist. I'm gonna just line us up and wait. Okay, got that stuff on. We're gonna go TARA. And as we're about to enter the runway, we will go lights on, strobes on. Come on, RAS lady, talk to me.
Approaching 01 left.
Nice. All right, good. RAS working. I like all the sounds in these games. What can I say? Okay, heading 014.
On runway 01 left.
Okay, let's brake here. Make sure I got everything. Alright, parking brake. I do want to turn off the lights. And auto thrust on. And let's do our before takeoff below the line.
Checklist below the line. MCP.
Set.
Transponder.
TARA.
Strobe lights.
On.
Landing lights.
On.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Alright, cool. So, we are ready for takeoff. And watch this. Chrono, start. I remembered. Fucking clock. Alright, let's parking brakes release. Let's spool up the engines. We're ready. 40%.
On runway
pressure on the yoke.
01 left. On runway 01 left.
Engine stable at around 40. Let's go. Takeoff. N1.
knots. knots.
All right, 80 knots is checked.
V1. Rotate.
All right, rotate, pull back. Gently trim up a
Positive
little.
rate.
All right, positive rate of climb. Gear can come up. And we will follow our flight director.
400.
All right, 400 is checked. Turn here. A little off path. Trim
1,000.
down. All right, 1,000. Acceleration. Get back on our flight path here. I should also, you know, mumble less. All right, let's go flaps 1. Non-standard flaps 2 here. Okay. Flaps 1. We are climbing. Looking good. See some San Francisco. All right, let's go flaps up. A little, come on, speed up. A little early for that. And I'm gonna put the autopilot on so that I can take a quick peek at San Francisco. All right, it's gonna be loud now. Oakland and San Francisco. Oracle. Probably my favorite baseball stadium. Golden Gate Bridge. So if you have one of these seats, you got a nice little view of San Fran. There's the ballpark. I've said it before on other streams, San Francisco rules. It's a great city. Big recommend. Not telling you anything that revelatory here. But anyway, there's the Golden Gate. Go. There is from whence we came. And I guess, oh no, they're not playing in San Francisco. Where's the football stadium? Isn't it kind of somewhere? Part of my thing I like flight sim is I'm a big fan of the Earth from 30,000 feet. All right, let's get back in the cockpit real quick. Do my after takeoff stuff. All right. Auto brakes off, gear lever down. So, okay, FMC speed, VNAV path. We're all looking groovy here. Zoom out. So we want to be 10,000 below no matter what, so we are good. Come up here, start switches off. And yeah, we don't need the logo light on anymore. And let's just call it above 10,000. Get rid of our other lights. Okay, cool. I have not touched the heading bug. I was too busy looking outside. But I'll reset the heading bug now. Okay, here we go. 170. Let me go to the legs page, just make sure everything's looking good here. Yep. And I'm going to dim the cabin lighting, get some mood lighting. So I like this, where's that? Is this party mode? Kind of. Alright, VNav Alt. Heading 20 and all right, we are flying. Let's did I actually do the checklist?
After takeoff checklist. Air conditioning and pressurization.
Is set.
Set.
Engine start switches.
Off.
Landing gear.
Up and off.
Auto brake.
Off.
Flaps.
Up, no lights.
Altimeters.
Are good enough.
Set.
After takeoff checklist completed.
Okay. Just they're set for the local QNH. Anyway, let's start climbing. 350. We can go the whole way. Oop. All right, 350 ultimate N1. VNav speed. Watch the Zebo go. Go Zebo go. I will take this chance now to lower our exterior sounds. All right, we are climbing. Is that? I guess, let's see, cabin lighting, entry area, white, medium, back. So, short flight, why don't we release the people? They can have their drinks.
While that seatbelt sign is on, you must remain in your seat with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain feels it's safe and turns it off.
I turned it off. I think it's safe. Let's go 90s style here. What's up? Anyone want to come check it out? No. I would. I have. One time, so I got we boarded a flight that was pretty empty actually. It was my wife and I forget where we were going, down to Florida or something. And yeah, so it was a Allegiant flight. What is it? This is actually before. Anyway, was it an Airbus or a 737? It was a 737, so maybe I was on a Southwest or something. I can't remember. But it was kind of funny. The now I know what happened. The captain, our kind of gate time at where we were going got pushed back. So he was like, "Look, we can either leave and sit, or we can just wait and we don't have to waste fuel and etc." But he opened the door and said, "If anyone wants to come see the flight deck, come on." And so I was just like, "I'm going." I was in row 7. I was right there. So I'm like, boom, I'm out, going to check it out. And so I went in there and talked to the guy, and I actually showed them a stream. Black Box was streaming at that time, and so I had showed them. And I think the one thing, I don't know where I actually. Oh, there we are. This is my controller cam. at least have it looking at our plane somehow. Alright, not much to see there. In the darkness, there's not much. Although in real life, I really like flying at the end of night. It looks so cool on these clear nights. Yep, just past 18,000, set standard. And one other thing I want to do. Oh, so anyway, so yeah, I went up and looked, and I was kind of yakking for a while, and then, you know, of course, I looked behind me, and who's there? Just Dad and his kid, other children. I'm like, well, I'm a man-child. I'm allowed. I've flown this plane before. But anyway, that was fun. Let's take a peek at our. There's our vertical profile. Zoom this out a bit and show us kind of where the profile goes, and we're I guess far from any next waypoint. Yeah, Susi. So yeah, there's our it looks extreme there, but that's, you know, 50 miles. 60 miles. Alright, everything else looking cool here. We are climbing. And what do I want to do? I want to have a sip of coffee. Important. Temperature. We can look at some stars. Man, look at that exciting extreme. I'm actually looking at OBS. Hopefully my volume is okay. I mean, I want some aircraft sounds. You know, part of the reason I like this is because it's relaxing, and I'm not going to be talking the whole time. Here, get the nice view. Oh, and we can, like, go, HUD. Ah, too bad it doesn't show. Alright, so this all is looking good. I had my sip of coffee. Oh yeah, I do want to check just so I have some situational awareness here. Let me go to plan mode on the EFB, or on the EFIS. Let me find our top of descent is near, what's that? Do it? So fix, do it. And just give me like a 30-mile ring so I have some awareness. Go to the legs page. Next. Oh yeah, so just so I have a little sense of when the top of descent is coming, and I can plan. But alright, otherwise there. Go back to my map mode. I'm gonna zoom out a bit so I can see. And alright, 10,000 to go. This should all be good. I'm gonna let the co-pilot do his thing, and just for a second, let me give you this. Actually, this looks nice now. And I will be right back. Enjoy the view. Okay, I am back. And before top of climb, so I can be responsible and claim and do some FMA callouts. Let's see how our what do our passengers see? Nothing. All right, so wanted to show you where we are. Salinas. But you can see this is not a very long flight, and partially is because this is going to be a whole flight simulator day for me. Hopefully, when are we landing? So down here, I'm going to go to the progress page. Okay, we'll be landing at 507. So in about 40 minutes. All right, cool. This should be good. Yeah, like I said, the my favorite streamer. I mean, it is the guy who I was talking about, Black Box 711. He's streaming at 1800 UTC.
How's it go?
What time is it actually right now? Yeah, 17. So I think I'm gonna land and be able to watch his stream in full. That is the idea. That is the fun part. Well, this is fun too, but I really enjoy his stream. And basically taught me everything I know. Although, you know, I should walk that back just because I don't want to embarrass the poor guy. Like, oh no, I'm his pupil. But one thing that will be I'm looking forward to is I am gonna, my wife and I'm really happy we're gonna be traveling to the Netherlands. Okay, FMC speed, VNAV path. We are where we need to be. We're gonna be traveling to the Netherlands, not for Flight Sim Expo or Flight Sim weekend, but just I try and go to the Netherlands every year. I love it there. What can I say? You know, surprise, I guess. Just to kind of, you know, relax and chill. And I have friends there, so it's always a good time. But I've gone just by myself. Usually my wife can't take off, or there's a better vacation for her on deck that year. But anyway, so last year I got to meet some of the people from the stream and other kind of, you know, whatever, flight sim enthusiasts. That's when I met all the VATSIM folks. Not all of them, but people who were controlling. And just to show you, I'll show you on Navigraph parts real quick here. Let me unload this and hide that and pull up VATSIM traffic. I don't think there's any control. Although LA, I'd have control. LA is usually on. I hate how Navigraph looks in light mode. Alright, you know, sorry. Close your eyes. Divert your eyes. So what VATSIM is, that would be me listed, you know, another lots of Southwest folks. VATSIM, like I said, is this online network. So right now, these are all the people flying on VATSIM in the U.S. And if we go, here are people who, lots of people like to do long haul stuff. My limit is about, you know, 2 hours or so, at least stream-wise. But here, look, Europe is packed. I'm not sure where BB is flying today, but you know, Frankfurt, I think. So the stream that I watch is German heavy. Here, this must be Frankfurt. Yeah. Yeah, which is always busy. I mean, you can see like these single airports can have dozens plus, and then I think Frankfurt or Heathrow or something, when they do events, they had like same number of IRL flights as virtual flights in the day. Yeah, look, here's so the airports can get really busy. There's air traffic control available. That's like this showing ground and tower, and then also the approach. The director is there, Matt, who, if that's who I'm thinking of, is a good guy, person. Some of the controllers are really good and kind of do stuff more frequently. But yeah, so VATSIM, and I've done a handful of flights now on VATSIM, and it's a lot of fun. And, you know, I mean, it's a little more stressful, and eventually it gets more fun. Who's this guy? In a knife 7-0. So he's in some sort of, oh, in an F-22. So yeah, you're allowed to fly military aircraft, but you can't do military ops. Anyway, yeah, so VATSIM is fun, but you know, you gotta kind of, I mean, it gets stressful when you're flying into somewhere busy. If you're, you know, it's not easy flying aircraft. So you can, you know, you gotta watch yourself. Speaking of which, progress page, we're about 70 miles to the top of the descent. So why don't we start sort of thinking about some stuff. So we, at this point, will not be going back to San Francisco by San Francisco stuff. Okay, San Francisco stuff is gone. Let's quickly look at the weather in LA. It's probably going to be not too bad. So, all right, what's going on here? Let me check my actual real life METAR. I doubt it's no wind at all. This happened to me last time, and now I think it's something with the Zebo. Or not Zebo, the AviTab thing here. So let's look at real world METAR for update installed. Okay, for Kilo Lima Alpha X Ray. Okay, the actual winds are oh, all right, yeah, they are just calm, 0. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna pre-dial. Well, this is some stuff we'll do. I'm gonna pre-dial the local QNH 30.02. All right, no winds. It's gonna be 17 degrees out there. Let's kind of review. This will count as our arrival briefing. So we're on the Ironman. We will just watch out 280, and these are all of our kind of flight restrictions. You got to kind of hit in these windows and watch out for any terrain around. We should be okay once we get into LA. We'll just want to watch out if we end up doing flying from Godot and do a little loop here. I don't want to go too far because then it's, I know there's higher elevation mountains over there, but otherwise it's a pretty standard standard, well, that's what I call it, standard terminal arrival route. And we'll just take this bad boy all the way down to 6,000 at Godot, and then and this is what I was talking about, our actual, the ILS 24 right. You see, it's a very long approach, but we will just be coming in. I believe we come over. Let's get some, I like some VORs. Let's set up some of this information here. So LA is 113.6. Okay, VOR 1136. And the ILS today is 108.5. 085. Cool. And how about just for keeping our heads out of our asses, let's get this Santa Monica VOR to 110.8. And we'll punch in the ILS again. 10850. Okay. Got that stuff in. And now we can kind of see some our DME to LA and to well, you can see LAX and the Santa Monica VOR stations there, but our decision height will be 320 feet, so I will appear on my arrow. You can see kind of the not well, but on the PFD here, this is the so set that to 322 feet. Excuse me. There's about 200 feet above landing elevation, and that's when you have to make your decision. Look at our missed approach. It's going to be 2000 heading 251 outbound on that VOR, so that's kind of one reason why I do that. But our final approach course is 251, so I'll go ahead and set that as well here. The other way faster. Where I was daydreaming. Alright, set the course 251, do it on both sides. Alright, 251, 251. And otherwise, what's Kobe at? 2200, and GIZZ is 6,000. So we'll do. Let me just check some MSA information. So as long as we don't fly too far north, what's it here? Oh, it's still only about 2,000 feet. Yeah, so we can do a kind of loop around LA. Let's find where Dodger Stadium is and fucking dump gas on it. But we'll just worry about Kobe. So once we hit Gadu, we'll descend down to about 3,000. I think looks safe. I mean 2,000 would be safe too. We're not going to go all the way out here, Chino. So yeah, we'll just descend down to that 2,200 feet, and we'll link up with the Kobe arrival. May he rest in peace. And in case of missed approach, we will fly out 251 on the LAX VOR to Rafis, and that is all there on my legs page. So, alright, cool. I'm happy with that. Let's do... Alright, so top of descent is coming up, as you can see. If I zoom in, here's the top of the descent point. So our first thing to think about here is we want to be below 290, above 260, 230. So I'm going to go ahead and dial us. I'm going to go down to this, at least the first flight level restriction. So flight level 200. All right, 200. $20 miles, and let's do some descent calculations too. So I'm gonna go over to the EFB. This is the one thing it does. The Zebo does have a landing calculator. In case I need any info that I'm not thinking of. All right, weather usually. Like I said, the one weird thing. So we're gonna have it's calm winds. We can see there's gonna be a few clouds at 14,000, and then at 18,000 for flight level. Although that wouldn't be flight level in the U.S. All right, so weight, fuel balance, performance landing. So we're going to LA. We are landing 24 right. It is dry. It is calm. Outside is 17 degrees C. And the local QNH is still 30.02. We'll be doing a flaps 30 landing, air conditioner on. Let's see what auto brake 1 does for us. We currently weigh, if I look down in my computer, we're currently about 132,000 pounds. And we will be losing, we got 8.5 of fuel. We're going to be losing just about 1.5. So, yeah, I'll just call it 130. 130.0. And nope, we will run off the end of the runway that way. So let's do auto brake 2. See what that does for us. Where am I going to want to turn off? You know, we're in LA. Let's come to a. So I hear should be retard arm. We are starting our descent. Let's do. So yeah, auto brake 3. I like that. VREF. Yeah, 145. Okay, and we're gonna. This looks perfect. So flaps 30 and 145 is our VREF. So we've got that, and let's do our descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Is all good.
Set.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Approach briefing and fuel.
Yeah, we're all good on fuel. We know what we're doing.
Discussed.
IAS and altitude bugs.
Yep, set.
Checked and set.
Descent checklist completed.
Okay, cool. We did it. Alright, so now we are on a VNAV path. And Zebo tends to stick right to the tops of these. So this is cutting it pretty close. I feel like. How far are we to Cowie? So we're 6 nautical miles. Alright, we need to lose 1,000. A little more than that. It will be close. One thing I'm going to do, go on my fixed page. I don't need do it anymore. I am going to go into my legs page now. I like to have some. It's my wind wing is frozen. All right, I'm going to grab runway 24 right. I did calculate with 24 right, didn't I? Go to my fixed page, dump that in there, and I do want a center line for this, so 24 right, so 071. So let's do 20-mile ring and a 10 and a 5. Alright, sweet. So when we land, we're going to want to, the landing is pretty standard here, just a 3-degree glide, and we'll be hitting it at Kobe. So at 10, I guess it's a little sooner, 8 nautical miles out. But we will just, oh shit, my LA scenery is scuffed. Alright, well, we'll see. I don't know if Victor, Whiskey, and Yankee are all there, so we're just going to have to turn off whichever one is there, and we will just hold short of the next runway. That's all we can do. Because, like I said, I know, I'm pretty sure here the scenery is a little whacked out. Okay. So we're going to go auto brake 3. Let's set that. Progress here. 85 miles. Got here. Alright, we're on path, descending. We are 270 below. Before things start getting too spicy, I am getting text messages. Let's tell everybody to leave me alone. Okay, I think we're in too important a phase of flight here for me to be jerking around. So I do have to go do something after this, but should be okay. All right. Or 60 miles to the LAX VOR. I'll switch over to the ILS once we get a little closer. Yeah, but okay, retired. Yep, keep descending. Alright, so look at our chart one more time here. Our next I feel good about where we're at here. Let's go all the way down to the 8,000. Although what was it, 6, right? Let's start with 8. Although I don't think there's any real benefit for that. 1,000. It'll do its thing. So we are over Oxnard. Oops. All right, so let's check something. Where? All right, so LA. Coming up to 18,000. Keeping my eyes open. Let's show. I don't know. This map is not quite enough information because is this Dodger Stadium? I think it is because what's it called is in Inglewood or Compton or anyway. We will find Dodger Stadium and we will dump fuel on Dodger Stadium. Okay, let's go local QNH 3002. Check it again. Airports, LA, refresh. Alright, still all looking good. Things calm. Alright, Dodger Stadium. You are... Oh no, okay, so you're north of the airport. Oh, and we're going to be flying right over your dumbass. So Dodger Stadium is right. Oop. Shit. So there's the airport. Dodger Stadium is where the 5 and the 10 come together. Can I get... wish I could get coordinates. Alright, somewhere here. The Santa Monica, we'll use that as our reference. Alright, let's pay attention. Make sure I'm not going too fast or anything. Airports, KLAX. Alright, we want to be under 13. We're looking good. 250. We are currently 280. Here comes our decel point. I think at the decel point I will. So we want to be 2 and then 240. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the speed window and start manually messing with our speeds. I'm going to help it as well. Yep, it wants help. Drag required. Speed brake is out. And I believe we can do our approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments.
Yep.
Set and cross-checked.
Approach aids.
Yep.
Checked and set.
Approach checklist completed.
Okay, last thing will be our landing checklist, but that's not coming for a hot minute. Alright, 250. Want to be 240 by based. Okay. There is the Santa Monica VOR. Actually, I think if we just kind of follow that heading, we may fly right over that dump. So there's LAX, and we'll wait for some more of the scenery to load in. You know, part of it is in real life we'd be seeing a little more lighting. Yeah, I should. I bet Google Maps has the exact coordinate. I already closed it. Okay, so I want to be 240. I don't need the speed brake in or out anymore. Or decel 240. 9,000 above, looking good. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of a sketchy point of the flight for me, just to go off on some baseball tangent, but fucking, I mean, you know, like I said, Kyle Tucker, what are you gonna do? You know, they back up the truck. You know, I'm not gonna talk about any other man's money. But my favorite conspiracy theory-ish is that, you know, this is all just collusion. The owners wanted this to happen so that they could force a lockout on the players. Basically, this is the way that they can now bring up the argument about having a salary cap, because all the fans are in uproar, like me, you know. And like I said, I don't know who I'm mad at. Owners, I try and, you know, stay woke, people. Fuck the rich, eat the rich. All right, let's slow down. What do we want to be? Cliffy, how far are you, Cliffy? Drag required, all right. I'm just slowing this down. I'm not in a rush to have to get down too quickly. Because we will find Dodger Stadium. We will find you, and we will dump fuel on you. Oh man, I don't know on this one where the fuel dump is. Not that I was gonna necessarily dump fuel on that anyway, but you know, nevertheless. Alright, Cliffy wants us 210. I'll just go down to our up speed. It's safer. Alright, 205. Speed brake can come in. Alright, and once we make this turn, I'm probably just gonna go, and not probably, let's plan. We'll go, I'll hold at 6,000, level change when we're ready, but heading speed, I'll hold. Alright, welcome to Los Angeles. Get some lights on. Let's go logo. Okay, so heading bug. So what is Gadu here? Wants us at 72.
Thousand to go.
Okay, here's downtown. There it is. Or is that? Ooh, fuck you. All right, 1,000 to go. Dodger Stadium acquired. Dodger Stadium acquired. Angry baseball fan pilot. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go heading select. Easy, easy, easy. Don't lose our target. All right, we do have some terrain. I should just quickly see. All right, we can't go too far north, but I at least see. All right, 6,000. I didn't see if we alt hold or VNav alt. All right, let's go alt hold speed. Yep, looking good. And let's do our, as usual, this always blocks. Whenever I notice in flight sim, whenever it's the thing you want to look at, expect to not be able to see it. All right, we are heading select. We are looking good. We are at our up speed. Dodger Stadium. You pigs. Oh, that's, I want to double check. Yep, that is Dodger Stadium. Boo! 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 You suck. All right, 3,000. Level change. Low speed flyby, Dodger Stadium. Being very unprofessional here, guys. But it gives us a chance also. I do like looking at the night lighting in this game. Excuse me, in this sim. And we get to look at LA a little bit. At least downtown LA. I'm not sure if downtown LA is actually where you want to be anyway. If it's like what I... You know, all the cool stuff is the neighborhoods, not downtown, per se. Alright, prepare fuel. Prepare for fuel dump. Yeah, police everywhere. Go, get them. Dodgers. Dodger Stadium looks like a lot of fun though, not gonna lie. I mean, I'm a baseball fan. So, going... I would love to go here. Because what's the deal? It's like, is Dodger Stadium one where you start high and walk down? Does look nice at night. I mean, I think X-Plane looks good at night. I'm not gonna lie. Because you can't see the ground textures as well. Okay, don't want to hit any buildings. Where are we at here? We at 3,000? Getting there. All right, one more angry flyby of Dodger Stadium. I'm gonna kick us out a little bit to the right here. So we can get a little closer. Let's go for the direct overfly. We'll go down to 25. Speed is fine. Okay, now we will turn. Since I'm not like a big LA guy, I'm not totally sure about, you know, some cities that we fly over I'm a fan of and I've either been to or researched because I want to go there again or for the first time. But I don't know, LA has never quite called to me. San Diego though, that's what I'd like to do. Sorry about that. What do we got here? I'm sure the fuel dump is up here somewhere. Or actually, it could be. Alright, new thing to research. I'm gonna keep it serious. Alright, where are you? There you are. think we were on direct course. Ooh, Dodgers. Ooh, to you, I say. You're ruining baseball for the rest of us. The common man. My camera's too slow to keep up. There you go. Alright, I don't want to be flying north. Because there's mountains there. As you see, coming up. But in any case, like I say, boo Dodgers. Lockout, all but guaranteed because of you. Collusion, ownership, trash. Although I do like flying around LA at 2,500 feet in an airliner. Or 3,000. So, alright, we're good now. Let me do a couple things. Let me go Kobe inbound is going to be 251 on my... You see, sometimes this lags behind the real thing. Okay, intercept course 251. Execute. I'll keep that Santa Monica viewer because it gives me a little bit of a angle here, but I will program in LA ILS. We are got it up there. Cool. Alright, I see. So we're gonna turn back. I guess technically we'll do one more flyby. Let's go 220 and do level change.
1,000 to go.
Although I am flirting with I mean, we're gonna be buzzing the tower here because we're gonna be right over it. Okay, Kobe, there you are. So I'm just gonna kind of fly out a little, and then we'll once I get we are at altitude already. MCP speed heading select. All right. So Kobe, I should. Oh, did it? Why is it going right to runway 24? Did I pass? Huh. Well, either way, I see it there. Active route 1 legs, raffle. Huh. I'm gonna have to watch back the stream to see what I did. I did a dumb of some kind there. Alright, let's go flaps 1 and reduce speed further. Why did Kobe disappear on my... I didn't overfly it or anything. Start switches, continuous. Brake is set. Let's arm the speed brake. And we will turn back toward Kobe. Turn base. 10 miles here. ILS 108.5150. Get rid of the stick so I can see. Let's go flaps 5. 2 speed further. Go flaps 5 speed. Zoom in. And let's go fly toward Kobe. So we have just a little bit of wind, that's all good. We'll go ahead and arm approach mode. Headings left, on the VOR lock, light slope indicating, and we should be, alright, we've got the ILS indicating, and we should be good to go here. Alright, should pick up the localizer in a moment. Here she comes. Alright, VOR lock. Running inbound, let's set our runway heading 251. Okay. And once we have glide slope, I will set missed approach, which was like 3,000 or so. 1,000. Ooh, overshot. Glide slope. Missed approach set. Little wobbly here. Let's go ahead and go 5 miles, gear down, laps 15. Let's slow down to VREF. I'm gonna go final config, laps 30. And let's do, there's our runway. Let's do our landing checklist.
Start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Speed brake.
Armed green light.
Landing gear.
Down 3 greens.
Auto brake.
Auto brake 3 set.
Flaps.
Flaps 30 set. Green light.
Landing lights.
On.
Landing checklist completed.
We can land. So I'm gonna go ahead and take over thrust. Give us a little more juice here. And I feel good about flying the aircraft, so let's dump the autopilot. About 59% N1 usually. There's that updraft. I need to start. Also, I gotta trim down pretty aggressively in the Zebo. Oh. So great. Come on. Come on, you bastard.
Approaching 2-4 right.
Come on, about 800. Alright, 2 red, 2 white. feeling good. Feels trimmed, at least to this speed. Come on, man. Okay, 2 red, 2 white. At the touchdown zone.
400.
In view. Go high. Correcting.
300.
Okay.
Approaching minimums.
And
200. Minimums.
a little low. Correcting. All good. All good.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Okay, brakes. Tire blown.
80 knots.
Whoa, sweet. Did I land that hard? Oh, I wonder, does this have maintenance? You blew 1 or more tires. Understood. Oh, awesome. No, I don't know what to make of that. We're definitely gonna watch that. What time is it? Ooh, okay, good. Streaming is starting soon. So we'll watch it real quick and then I can get out of here because I want to watch someone who won't be blowing it. Approach rating is good. So is this considered a failure? Fix all failures. All right, there's my...
On runway 24 right. On runway 24 right.
All right, so this could have persistent... you know, I never do any of the maintenance shit on these. And this could have a maintenance-based... Let's see if I can even move. Oh, my parking brake is on. All right, let's go. All right, flaps up, spoilers up, auto brake is off, taxi light on. All right, that was cool as hell. Because I want that kind of stuff to happen, and it would make sense with this aircraft if the service-based failures are on, is because I should see where to check that. So this is this livery, if it's saving all the stuff, is the one that I have probably like landed the hardest and the worst. Like, what's my? I'm curious. Like, I wonder if my oil quantities and stuff are all shitty. I never think to check it because, again, I don't really have the failures on. I don't really. All right. So what do we have at this airport? Alright, so, okay, LA is fine. Why did maybe I'm thinking of Seattle, or where the hell was I? Anyway, we'll come off here. But, that was awesome. I was just talking about wanting shit like that to happen. To some of my friends in the Discord. Alright, let me stop here for a second. And parking brake. I wonder if there's something in the FMC. Let's see, menu, D-Link, Nickel. Let's see, DLC. Maybe I have to be at the gate and stuff to do some of this. Anyway, I'll just read I'll just RTFM, read the manual. And see what happened. But all right, parking brakes off. Let's go to eat somewhere. Let's go. Okay, we'll cross and take. Where are we? All right, just take.
Approaching 06 right.
Okay. Take Echo. Oop. Was that bad karma for me not while planning to dump fuel on Dodger Stadium, maybe. All right, lights can come off. Probe off. Terrain off. Weather off. Go down a touch. Alright, let's go Lima Delta. Get the APU started, and we'll park somewhere convenient. Alright, transponder standby. That's all the main stuff I had to do. Flight director's off. Want it to be fancy, reset the trim. And here's some gates. Speed up, let's go. Ooh, I hope the replay animation looks cool too. So yeah, so in this aircraft, like I was saying, there's God only knows what I've done to this thing, and it does save certain performance metrics. I don't know what we want to call that exactly, but do a little princess parking here. Gonna take this one right here. Taxi. Oop. Slow. Hold on. Alright, taxi off. Can I see the thing? Alright, there it is. Alright, left. Great. Can't see. Alright, stop. Down. Parking brake is gonna do that thing. Why? APU is ready. APU on. Seatbelts are already off because I do not care about my passengers, clearly. Alright. I could use some lights now. Close your eyes. Open the isolation valve. APU bleed can come on. Start switch and get rid of fuel cutoff, and let's get more stuff off here on APU. Yada yada. Window heats can come off, probes can come off, elec off. And I gotta keep position light to steady so that the final checklist works. But okay, that's the APU turnaround state. Go ahead and grab the back. Ground services, GPU chocks. Switch over to GPU. APU bleed can come off. APU is off. Fuel pump off. Anti-collision off. Yep, there comes our jetway, and let's do our
Shutdown
down.
checklist. Electrical.
GPU on the bus.
Fasten belts.
Off.
Probe heat.
Off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Voice recorder.
On.
Air conditioning packs.
Auto.
Engine bleeds.
On.
APU bleed.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Checked.
Start switches.
Off.
Auto brake.
Off.
Speed brake.
Down detent.
Flaps.
Up, no lights.
Parking brake.
Set.
Start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Transponder.
Standby.
CVR circuit breaker.
In.
Cockpit door.
Unlocked.
Shutdown checklist complete.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna have to look into that a little more, because it didn't feel like I screwed up the landing too bad, but you know, hey, you know how it goes in Nate Flies land. Okay, good. I have a notification. Oop. Oh, I wanted to see something. Actually, now that I'm in here, why not? Keyboard. Search keys V. Toggle. Oh. God damn it. Okay. All right. Fuck me. Unbind. All right. This happened to me before. So my checklist is C. I at some point pressed V. And so, oh, you son of a bitch. All right, so here's what happened. Oh, wait, I don't want to delete that. Open, close checklist. God damn you. All right, so what happened was I landed with full brakes going already by the second I landed. So let's see. That button is the death button. It was bound to one of my, I thought my sim was like totally broken. It was bound to some random key until I found it. Oh, God damn you. All right, otherwise, whatever. I mean, I'm not that pissed. It's more funny, but at least I know why that happened. So let's go replay. Okay, so at some point during the stream, I pressed that stupid button, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it shows. It doesn't animate or anything. I had max brake pressure, or apply max brake was triggered. And so the reason I exploded on touchdown was because I touched down with my brakes fully. So I don't know if this stuff is going to show anything on the replay mode. I'll have to go back and watch the stream. But yeah, that's what happened. Let's see if we can get a you can almost go daytime. I don't know how actually. Maybe you can't in replay. I don't know. So what we should see, I believe, is the aircraft. Oops. Might put us in the ground. Try not to blast you with the lights and me so we can see the fucking gears. So, like I said, I had that. I thought I heard myself hit that V. Like when I pressed the checklist one time earlier in the flight, I heard that little click, and I was like, "Oh, it's probably nothing." Pop, pop. Oh, yeah, and look how fast I stopped. So, if I went inside, would I be able to tell if I was doing max braking?
Three hundred. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Boom. I don't really know how to read the brake pressure indicator there, but I'm almost positive that's what happened. Oh, and that makes sense because when I see something else. When I landed, okay, yeah, so interesting. The parking brake was on. Oh no, it might just because in the sim I'm in the parking brake. Anyway, I think I can tell by the night vision.
500. 400.
Excuse me.
300. 200.
Like I said, I'm not really sure what it's going to show in the replay.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
I don't even know if that animates. Do we see the rudders move a little? Well, like I said, that's something along those lines happened there. So, all right, that was cool. I'm going to keep this open because I'm going to want to play that back a couple times and keep doing some experimenting, but I want to watch a stream. I think is it time? Notification. Yeah, what the hell? Oh, how do I do I have any viewers? I can raid. Alright, well, bye chat. Let's see, docs. Stream something. That's Twitch activity. Alright, well, replay mode, we'll pause you there. But either way, that was a very fun stream. I'm gonna watch that replay a few times, and in the meantime, let's raid our good friend Blackbox. If I can. How? Yoink. All right. Let's see. How does Twitch work? If I click myself, I go creator dashboard, maybe. I am streaming. Even though, yeah, manage. Oh, haven't rated. Okay. Oh, thanks to Ruth 9876 for following me yesterday. I appreciate that. I doubt you're watching because I have no viewers. So how do I, okay, raid channel. Oops. All right. Well, I'll also, before I send us over there on the raid, I will play us out as usual with some King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And yeah, so I hope to stream at some point again, as usual, and I will see everybody later. And I'm glad I found that button binding. And hopefully when I watch the stream back, my voice is better and I have OBS configured better and sounds and whatnot. I have a new volume mixer thing, so it might have been that too. But anyway, thanks again for watching, and I will see you later.
Sometimes I think I wasn't cut out for this world. Sometimes I just feel like just a scumbag to everyone. I probably would have been better off, do my own thing.
You're not a scumbag, man.
I do like eating the scraps.
You like chicken.
I do like chicken.
Ambi likes chicken.
This one's about them chickens in the sky.
All right, see you later, everybody. Thanks again. Every nobody. But if you are somebody, thank you very much, sincerely. All right, bye for now.
Bread crusts are my banquet, puddles are my wine. A revel in the present, each moment a lifetime. But I need only flap my wings, and I'm where I wanna be. This cruel city that I love, my crumb kingdom. Does it planet Earth look good from this perch? Rats in the sky, eat myself.
Where Airbus 05, where do I see that? Maybe I've done something with yeah, maybe something's here with the graphics, right? There is something regarding air traffic quantity, variety, parked aircraft, ultra, no, off, high. Can I put this off? Medium, low. Hey, Stormy Flyer. Manifest. But I thought I had that off. Hold on. But yeah, right. It seems a bit much for it seems a bit much for well, I mean, VATSIM does have a lot of traffic, but let me just have a look here. Now the question is, but if I, yeah.